Good evening, everybody. I hope my audio is clear. So if you're able to clearly listen to me, if you're able to hear my voice, just say yes in the chat box. No voice. No voice. It's on. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I got it. So good. Welcome to the Nano family. We consider this the Nano myclassroom family. You have just become members of the Nano myclassroom family. It is not just this 2 years journey, but beyond these 2 years also, you are part of our family. Why am I saying this? Just as I was coming to this orientation session, one mother very, very excitedly shared that her daughter, our former Nano student, got placement in ADP. ADP is a good placement for an IT company. It's a good placement. So she was so excited. She shared that information with me just as I was coming to the orientation session. In the morning, there was a student who called me, one of our students who called me from IIIT Allahabad and wanted my opinion to check whether he should go for civil services. He wanted to sit out of placements. Should he go for civil services, or should he continue and go for placement? So our interaction with our students is not just limited to these 2 years. It will continue beyond this. So when I say welcome to Nano family, you are part of the Nano family, not just for these 2 years, but beyond these 2 years. So we thought that we will spend some time today in terms of introducing what we plan to do in these 2 years. In the process, we will try to clarify as many doubts as possible. But as I do know that one single session of 45 minutes, we will not be able to clarify all your doubts. Things will become clear to you as we go along, but this would be a starting point. After that, of course, you're welcome to come to our centers, interact with our staff, interact with us. We will be more than glad to give you any kind of information, clarify any kind of doubt. Feel free to share whatever concerns that you have, whatever issues that are bothering you, etc., etc. And especially in the first 1 week to 1 month, there will be a whole lot of concerns, issues, feedback that you would like to share with us. And we would be more than willing to listen to you and see how we can address those concerns and problems that you raise. So having said that, let me start off with today's agenda. What is it that we want to do today? What is it that we want to cover today? So we will start off with the course objectives. I will discuss the course objectives. We will look at the challenge ahead. What is the challenge that our students are going to be prepared for in these next 2 years? And what are the expectations? What do we expect from our students? What do we expect from our parents? And what can you expect from us? So this expectations triangle, where all three of us stakeholders, the students, the parents, as well as the college management, what are the expectations? So we will set these expectations very, very clearly so that our roadmap ahead is very clear to everybody. And then we will look at the student kit. What are the deliverables that you're going to get? That student kit, we will discuss that. Then we will look at some important rules. I mean, I can't go through the entire set of rules today, but some important rules which all of us have to follow. That is something which I will spend a couple of minutes on. And then details of course delivery. My colleague Krishna Chaitanya, who is also with me today, he will spend some time in terms of telling you how we intend to take this academic program forward. And then if there are any questions, we will try to answer. But again, as I told you, maybe we will not be able to address all the questions today, but definitely during the course of this first week, and then the first month, we would be addressing whatever concerns you are, and we want you to be free. We want you to take the liberty and come to us and pose those questions, doubts, etc. We will be more than willing to answer all of them. So let's start off with the course objectives. So what are the course objectives? As you all know, that we are primarily focused on preparing our students for intermediate along with JEE NEET. So we are talking about an integrated program. JEE NEET is our focus. Those of you registered for JEE, the focus is on JEE. Those of you registered for NEET, the focus is on NEET. Along with that, the intermediate program also is our focus. So it is an integrated program, intermediate with JEE as well as NEET. Okay, then the second objective is to provide a thorough grasp of maths, biology, physics, and chemistry. So we are not looking at some mechanical rote-based learning and send you into the market. We want you to get a thorough grasp of the fundamental concepts. So that is what we would be looking at. Now, this will ensure that you have a firm foundation for successful graduate studies, whether it is engineering or medicine. We want you to have whatever we are doing in these 2 years, we want that to be a firm foundation for your undergrad studies, whether it is BTech or MBBS. And I'm very proud, we at Nano are very proud of the fact that our students, wherever they are, whether they are at the IITs, whether they are at the NITs, whether they are at other engineering colleges or medical colleges, we are very confident that they will do very well in their courses because of the firm foundation they get in these 2 years. Along with that, we would look at developing independent learning ability and problem solving and analytical ability. So these are things, these are skills which will stay with you for life. In fact, one of our students some time back, when he was in an engineering college, shared this feedback with us that, sir, at Nano, my thinking ability has changed. My ability to think, my thinking has got changed because of the kind of inputs that I have received at Nano. So this is exactly what we are attempting to do, so that the independent problem solving skills, learning ability, all of those things get developed. And then finally, we want good human beings to come out of Nano. Maths, physics, chemistry, biology, the grades in each of them, performance in the entrance test is one part. But more important than all of that is that we want students to develop good values and lead a very, very disciplined life. So our focus is primarily on that. In fact, I would say that, okay, even if you don't get great marks, we are not bothered, but we want you to be ultimately a good human being. So discipline is important, a good value system is important. And we do a lot of things. And once you get into the college, you will realize we do a lot of big and small things to achieve this particular objective. So these are the course objectives that we have. What is the challenge ahead? We all know, I don't have to reiterate the challenge that we have. We are facing, whether it is JEE or NEET, we are facing national competition. And when we are talking about national competition, we are talking about demand in lakhs and supply. The number of seats is in thousands, whereas the demand is in lakhs. If it is JEE, we are talking about 10 lakhs. If it is NEET, we are talking about anything between 15 to 18 lakhs. So that is the kind of competition that we are talking about. Okay. And the challenge is all of these things have to be done in just 2 years. And that is the challenge that not only our students face, it's a challenge that we also face. Because at the high school level, they've got a lot of time. The only challenge there is the board exam. Whereas here, we've got just 2 years and we have to prepare you for life. You are going to take the career defining exams at the end of these 2 years. and therefore we shoulder a huge responsibility, and we are very, very conscious of the responsibility that we have, that we carry, and we want you to see that you are ready 100% to face this kind of challenge that we have in front of us. Then, one small thing about what it requires to get into IITs and AIIMS, National Institutes of Repute. One, obviously, intelligence. But more important than intelligence is determination and persistence. So that is more important, I would say, than just being intelligent. Intelligent, of course, all of you are, but determination and persistence, that I want to do this, I want to achieve this, that is something that you need to have. Intellectual stamina, you need to work for long hours every day. No pain, no gain. We all know that. So that stamina to put in long hours of work, that is required. And then confidence in oneself. In these 2 years, my friends, all of us, all of you are going to go through a lot of ups and downs. I would say more downs than ups, because you wouldn't have gone through a course like this, because till 10th class your life was very easy. But now once you come to intermediate and you're preparing for the national competition exams like JEE and NEET, not only is the syllabus very vast, we are also talking about the depth of the syllabus. We are also talking about problems. We are talking about different kinds of models. You need to get used to it. So while you're going through all of these things, there will be a lot of tests, a lot of challenges, a lot of assessments that will come your way. In some of those things, or perhaps many of those things, you may not get the desired performance. But that doesn't mean that you get demotivated. You need to retain the confidence which you have today for the next 2 years, because it is confidence which will move mountains. So we want you to have the confidence, not only in yourself, but also in our institution, in our management, and also the faculty who are handling this. So retain that confidence. Then, being away from distractions. I don't have to tell you the importance of this. And especially during Corona, we have realized how distractions have led students to be away from studies for a long period of time. All that is behind us. Let us not get into the past. Let us not overanalyze how we have wasted our time. All that is gone. Now we need to look at the future. When we look at the future, we need to learn some lessons from the past. So during the last 4-5 months, whichever student I interacted with, whichever parent I interacted with, uniformly the sentiment was the same. The sentiment was that yes, during this Corona pandemic, when students were sitting at home going through online classes, there were these distractions, the learning skills, the learning outcomes were not as desired. We know all that, okay? And that is the reason why from day one, we are going to have 100% physical classes here. Let me clarify this, because some parents were asking me this question. 100% physical classes we are going to have. So the distractions that were there while you are at home, while you are going through online classes, you need to keep those, you need to be away. So if Corona has taught us an important lesson, that important lesson is this, that you need to stay focused on this and be away from distraction. The distraction could be anything, could be social media, could be IPL, could be TV, could be whatever. So let's be away from those distractions. And then access to good training and learning resources, that is important, and that is why we are here. And those of you who've come and met us, and most of you who have come and met us, you know the kind of quality in terms of teaching, the infrastructure that we have. So be confident that we are here to provide all of those things for you. And then finally, support to family and friends. I will discuss this in a little more detail when I talk about expectations from parents. So these are all the things that are required for a student to get into a top-notch institution like the IITs or AIIMS. Okay, now what do we expect from students? Very simple. Our expectations are very, very simple. no academic endeavor ever will be successful without the first two things: regularity, punctuality. So these are the bedrocks on which the entire academic program will rest. So we want you to be regular to the classes. We want you to be punctual. Punctual not only in terms of coming to the classes on time, but punctual in terms of your preparation, punctual in terms of completing your assignments, all of those things. The time discipline, when I say punctual, having that time discipline. So these are things which are very much required. Regularity. Also, please remember that every day of attendance is important. Please don't be casual about it. If you miss one day, you are going to suffer a lot, because you can't make up very easily, because whatever we teach in the class is something which you will not get in a textbook or in a reference book or whatever. That is why we have such experienced faculty here. They share with you that kind of experience which you will not find anywhere, which you will not find in a particular textbook or reference book. If that something is available, you won't be coming to us. The fact that you're coming to us is because we are in a position to share this kind of experience with you. And if you're absent, you'll be deprived of this particular inputs that you will get. Of course, we are having recorded classes and all that, but it is not the same as sitting in a live class and going through the learning experience. So please remember that regularity is very, very important. Then, of course, discipline. It goes without saying that discipline is important. Discipline means what? Following rules. Okay, there will be a set of rules, set of expectations from you. You just have to follow that. And motivation to do well. Now, this is what we expect from you. You're studying not for your parents' sake, not for our sake. You're studying for your sake. And you should always see at the end of 2 years where you are going to be. And that should keep you motivated. Because remember, your entire working life, that means the next 35 years after you do your degree, is going to depend, the quality of life that you're going to lead and the career that you're going to get into will depend on what you are going to do or what you are not going to do in these 2 years. And that should keep you motivated to do well at studies, to do well in the preparation, and to do well finally in the entrance test that you're going to face. Then, single-minded focus. Now, please remember that during these 2 years, you are here as a student. So your focus should be on the big challenge that you're going to face. And the big challenge is either JEE or NEET, period. Everything else is a distraction. So you should keep that focus in mind. Always, whatever you do in these next 2 years, you should examine, is this going to help me reach my goal? Yes, if it does, then you should work on it. If it is something which is not going to help you reach your goal, just throw it out. Okay, so that is the kind of focus that is required in the next 2 years. So that single-minded focus is what we expect from you. Okay, what we expect from parents. One is take responsibility. Now it has become fashionable for a lot of people to think that, okay, we have given the responsibility to this institution, and the institution will take care. Yes, of course, we will take care. We will take care in terms of providing the academic inputs. We will take care in terms of ensuring that the student gets the practice and all of those things, whatever is required for the student, the learning resources that I was talking about, we are going to provide all that. But the child also requires a whole lot of emotional support. And for that, the parent has to take responsibility. Also, for day scholars, parents have a much bigger role to play. So taking that responsibility means that the parent should also feel that, yes, if my child has to be somewhere there, of course, the institution is taking the responsibility, but there are certain things that I need to do. And what are those things that we need to do? One, if the student is a day scholar, then some kind of a supervision at home is required. It goes without saying, because the student is spending X number of hours here, but student also is spending certain time at home where he is expected to study. Supervision at home just would mean that, yes, is he doing that or not? That is the kind of supervision. What is the kind of friend circle that he's got? How much time he's spending on books? How much time he's spending on other kinds of distractions? If things are going out of control, coming in touch with the institution, trying to see if we can solve the problem in a combined way. So these are some of the things that the parent has to do. Supervision at home, interaction with the institution. Please remember, as I told you, don't think that, okay, I have put my child in this particular institution. Now that's it. They will take over. It doesn't happen that way. So regular interaction with the institution will allow you to understand how your child is performing. It will allow us to know from you if there are any issues or concerns so that we can address those issues or concerns. And also, we in management would like our staff to be on their toes. And when will that happen? That will happen when the parents are also demanding. So if the parents also take an active interest, our staff members will also take active interest. So that active interest has to come from you. And then, as I told you, emotional support, which is very required in these 2 years, has to come from the family. And then finally, there is a role which the student or which the parents also play in terms of shielding the students from distractions. Okay, what are the things? Simple things. If the child is a day scholar, ensuring that there is an academic atmosphere at home. That's a very simple thing to do. Some small sacrifices have to be made for the sake of the child, and those sacrifices would mean that, not getting into too many social get-togethers, etc., staying with the child as far as possible, being away from TV, things like that. If we have all of these things, if we indulge in all of those things, watching TV for a long time, sitting on YouTube or whatever, going to parties and functions and things like that, and expect our children to be away from all that, it is not fair. So some small sacrifices have to be done by the parents, and that will help in terms of being away from distractions. Also, mobile phone, the kind of problems that the students face by too much of work on the mobile phone. See to it that the child is away from mobile phones or other kinds of distractions. So there is a role, especially in the case of day scholars, where the parent has to ensure that the child is away from these kind of distractions. Even in the case of hostelers, once the child is in the hostel and once he's got adjusted, first one month, I can understand that the child will have some adjustment problems. Once that is done, please do not interfere. Please do not come often. There is an outing program which I will discuss, and once the date is there, come on that particular date, pick up your child. But please do not come and disturb the child on the other days. Every time you visit Hyderabad, don't just land up at the hostel, because every time you come, you will disturb the child. So there are some specified times, and use that. During that times, please come and visit. Other times, please don't disturb the child. So there are certain things that you can do. Similarly, we get a lot of requests that there's a function at home, some distant relative's marriage is there, and you expect the child to join the family in terms of going there. So be away from some of those things so that the child can concentrate. These are the small things which will send signals to the child that yes, studies are important, all the other things can wait. So that is one thing that you have to keep in mind. Please remember, I often keep telling students that tell your mom, tell your dad that after June 2024, you can celebrate all festivals, all birthdays, one day, each day of the month in June 2024, because by that time, even the JEE Advanced and NEET will be over. Each day you can mark for every day that you have missed your birthdays or anniversaries or whatever, or festivals that you missed. Every day from June 1st, 2024, you can mark in your calendar and celebrate all of them. But in these 2 years, be away from all of them. Okay. Okay, what can you expect from us? Top class instruction. No compromise on that. Nano always has been known for providing top class faculty. And we get most of our students by reference. They all come to us because the previous batches are satisfied, are more than happy with the kind of instruction that we provide. So no compromise in the quality of instruction. High-end infrastructure. Those are the parents who visited our college, have seen our campus, both physical infrastructure as well as digital infrastructure. So no compromise on that also. In fact, I can go ahead and say that the kind of classrooms that we have, the kind of digital infrastructure that we have, I don't think any other college, any other school providing this kind of education has in anywhere in Hyderabad, or for that matter, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So I can very confidently say that the kind of infrastructure that we have in our classrooms, both physical as well as digital, you will not find this anywhere. I can 100% confidently say that. Then thorough practice. There are, Casey will talk about that. Exposure to exam trends, counseling and mentoring. Lot of mentoring support you will get. And again, Casey will talk about that, and test taking strategy. These are some of the things that we will cover. In terms of our programs, these are the programs that we have. Regular program, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Semi-residential, those of you who opted for it, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then, of course, hostel residential program. Okay. Some parents had these doubts. Our college, Nano Junior College, recognized by Telangana State Board of Intermediate Education. This is our college code, 61377 at Nallakunta. Madhapur is 58529. So students will be getting Nano Junior College certificates in intermediate. So no doubts about that. Please do not have any doubts about that. Madhapur also, very few colleges in Madhapur zone have recognition because most of them don't have building permissions also. Whereas in our case, we are compliant with all government norms, GHMC, Board of Intermediate, everything. And ours is recognized college, and the certificate that you would be getting either at Nallakunta or at Madhapur will have Nano Junior College. These are the mobile numbers that are there. These are the, please take a screenshot of this if it is possible, or note these mobile numbers. So you can be in touch with these mobile numbers for any information that you want. We will ensure that these mobile numbers are answered during working hours from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. These mobile numbers will be answered. So any issue, any problem, anytime, these mobile numbers is something which you have to call or send a message. We will try to get back to you. Those of you who are in the hostel, we will give you numbers whom you have to contact, the wardens, etc., etc. In due course, we will get that. But these are the official mobile numbers of the college. Please note these things. Again, please note it down or take a screenshot. These two numbers are important. One for Nallakunta, the other for Madhapur. Okay. Then, this is the student kit that the student will get. On the first day, you're going to get a bag, you're going to get a water bottle, and you're going to get a notepad on the first day. Slowly, during the course of this 1 week to 10 days, you're going to get the course material. You're going to get a high-end Samsung mobile device, tablet device. So there is certain care that you need to exercise when we give that. So please ensure that you handle it properly. Then you will be given 2 t-shirts, etc., etc. So this is what every student will get. If you are a student, you will get this. Then, important rules. This is the last one that I want to handle, and after that I am off. Uniform. Yes, there is a uniform. And in the first month, we will share with you what you need to do. The first few days, you can come in your whatever civil dress. But once the uniform is there, we are giving some time for the students to come, assemble. And after that, we will make arrangements for these uniforms. So we will tell you what to do, etc., etc. So there will be a college uniform as we go along, but initially civil dress is fine. Then no mobile policy. Okay, obviously we know the trouble that students go through because of mobile phones and the distractions it will cause. So my request to all parents is, please do not give a mobile device to your child. Day scholars, if you are carrying a mobile phone, there will be a box in the front office. You have to deposit the box, the mobile phone in the front office. If you enter the college campus without dropping the mobile phone, and if we get hold of the mobile phone once you are in the classroom, we will seize the mobile phone and we will not return to it. Please remember, we will not return that back to you. We will seize the mobile phone once and for all. So you have to follow this discipline. The mobile phone has to be dropped. If you are getting it, drop it in the box that is provided. In the case of hostel students, obviously, there can't be mobile phones in the hostel. Whichever mobile phone we find with the student, we will seize it. However, we are very, very liberal with our own mobile phones. Our wardens will have mobile phones. In the college, there will be mobile phones. So any student, if he has any requirement, can call from our mobile phone. And once you join the hostel, we will also tell you whom you have to contact, which number you have to contact to contact your child. So we are very liberal with the mobile phone, especially in the first 1 month till the child settles down. We will be very, very liberal with the usage of the college provided mobile phones. So your children will not have any trouble in terms of talking to you, obviously outside of class hours. So we will make those arrangements. So please do not provide any mobile phone to your children. Okay. Then there is a CRM. Now there is a CRM software which actually controls entire student registration process, and in these 2 years will keep track of the student's user ID, password, access to the tablet device, your tests, performance, results, fees payment, installment, etc., etc., etc. All of those things are captured in the CRM, and therefore we need to have certain discipline in terms of ensuring that the CRM functions properly. So what are the things that you need to take care of? First thing is that there is an installment schedule that has been given to you, and you just have to follow that installment schedule. Because if you do not follow that installment schedule, the tablet will get locked. And once the tablet gets locked, there is nothing that we can do. And these are all controlled from our Delhi operations team. So there is a problem. So therefore, let us respect the CRM. It's not very difficult. So just follow whatever instructions are given. And in this context, let me also tell you that there will be, day scholars will be getting 2 receipts. One receipt will be from Nano Junior College, which will be for the junior college portion. And right now you will be getting a printed receipt, but very soon you will also be getting an online receipt for this. That is the junior college fees. Then there is the coaching fees that you will get for myclassroom. Okay, and this is an online receipt that you will be getting. So 2 receipts you will be getting, one for the junior college, one for coaching. If you are a hostel student, you will get a 3rd receipt also, and that is the hostel receipt. So these will be 3 receipts. So I'm clarifying it so that you don't have any confusion. And if you have any confusion, our front office people will be able to clarify on these things. So 2 receipts in the case of day scholars, 3 receipts in the case of 3 kinds of receipts in the case of hostel students. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. In terms of hostel rules, let me tell you that first thing is that our hostels both at Nallakonta and Madhapur are ready. So when you come on Monday on 6th, we'll be glad to receive you and allot you a room and all that will be taken care of. Any issue, the numbers that we have given, you can contact the numbers. initially right now. For the next 2 days, you can contact the numbers and get information. But as I told you, during office hours, 9 to 6. Tomorrow, Sunday, also, we will be available on those numbers. You can contact. Then, we will give outing for students, outing in the sense that we will allow the students to leave the hostel once every month. And this will be on a second Saturday and a Sunday. So second Saturday, what happens is the weekly test, which we are going to conduct, will be conducted early, and then we will let you off. So the students can go home, whatever, you can take the student home, and the student has to come back to the college the second Sunday by evening. So this is the only outing that is allowed. Other than that, normally we do not expect students to be disturbed by parents. In case of any emergency, obviously you can always come and we'll make arrangements. Please do not come to the hostel often and disturb your child. So this is something that you got to keep in mind. Okay, and I'm sure there will be other questions also, which we will not be able to answer all of them today, but in due course we'll patiently answer all questions that you have. I now request my colleague Krishna Chaitanya to talk about the academic program. Also, he will tell you the timings for the first week. That also is important. Please remember, I didn't mention the timings for the first week. He will mention the timings for the first week also. Okay, right.
A very warm welcome once again. Hope you're all able to listen to me. Yes? Okay, so for convenience of some parents, I'll try to make this trilingual, Telugu, Hindi as well as English. Okay, koncham Telugulo maatladukundam, thoda bahut Hindi bhi rahega, and then comes our English. Okay, so simple information I want to tell you. 9 to 5:30 are your timings. Total 7.5 hours of instruction. For JEE students, it is 2.5 hours math, 2.5 hours physics, 2.5 hours chemistry. Total 7.5 hours instruction jarugutundi. Dantlo 2.5 gantalu mathematics avutaru pillalu, 2.5 gantalu physics, 2.5 gantalu chemistry. And how this 2.5 hours is distributed? Initially, it will be more of instruction. 1.5 hour teaching happens, and 1 hour will be your daily practice paper. So you will be working for 1 hour on every subject immediately after your class. That is how the entire instruction will be for your next 2 years. Topper success mantra is do things then and there. Eppati pani అప్పుడు చేసుకుంటే సక్సెస్ అనేది మీదే అవుతుంది. जो काम जब करना है तभी करना है, बाद के लिए पोस्टपोन नहीं करना है. So for that, whatever you are being taught in class today, immediately you have to work on that same thing. What that ensures is your concepts get reinforced. For example, now you have attended 45 minutes of session. Automatically, most of the things would have gone off your mind. Had there been a revision session now, and all these points are given to you once again to go through one by one, automatically you will remember all these things for a longer period of time. So that is how our instruction is built. Immediately after 1.5 hours of classroom, you will be given a worksheet which is called daily practice paper, and you have to practice it immediately in that class. Then and there we will have a track of how many questions you were able to do, what you were not able to do, పిల్లోడు ఏం చేశాడు ఏం చేయలేకపోయాడు, ఇదంతా డేటా కూడా టీచర్ల దగ్గర అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని డిస్కషన్ చేస్తాం. ఇదే థింగ్ నీట్ పిల్లలకైతే it will be 2.5 hours of biology, half of it is botany, half of it is zoology, and then 2.5 hours of physics, 2.5 hours of chemistry. See, mantra should be simple. ఒకటే మంత్రం చెప్పాను కదా, ఏంటది? ఏ రోజు పని ఆ రోజే చేసుకోవాలి. Do things then and there. Don't postpone. Postponement is the only thing which will ruin the chances of selecting into top class institutions. Only thing which ruins selection is postponement. Don't ever postpone or procrastinate. Do things on the same day without any excuse. Okay, there were some questions. When is the college starting? College is starting on Monday, 6th of June 2022, 9 a.m. IST. And good students will report slightly ahead of that time. Now, if you start finding excuses, can it be postponed by a day, 2? No, you are not a serious contender. All serious contender will report on day 1, much before the reporting time, that is 9 a.m., 6th June 2022, Monday. Okay, so punctuality and regularity are the most important things. The first second of that starting hour is the most important thing. You should be present for your session. So timings, as I told you, మీకు చెప్పినట్టుగా టైమింగ్స్ 9 నుండి 5:30 వరకు ఉంటాయి. But this will start from next week onwards. That is from 13th of June. First week, so that the students get adjusted to this program. పిల్లలకు కొంచెం అలవాటు కావాలనుక ఫస్ట్ వీక్ మాత్రం ఓన్లీ ప్రీ లంచ్ సెషన్ కానీ పోస్ట్ లంచ్ సెషన్ కానీ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం. We will share you the timings. 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, all JEE students are invited here. 2 o'clock to 5:30 p.m., all NEET students will be coming to the campus. So first 1 week, just that you get accustomed to the course. You will only be having class hours here, 1 hour 15 minutes of each. Maths, physics, chemistry or bio, physics, chemistry will be conducted to you. Timings for JEE students will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and for NEET students it will be from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Okay, and this will be only for first 1 week. Second week onwards, you have to be in full gear of your preparation. That is from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and every day, every hour, every session is important. You have wonderful teachers. You will motivate you. We are there with you. Any doubts, don't hesitate. Clarify within the class itself. Post class also we are available. During DBP session also we are available. But don't postpone. From day 1, be serious. Okay? ఒక మంత్రం చెప్పాలి మళ్ళీ. సీరియస్ పిల్లలు ఏమేమి చేస్తారు అంటే, సీరియస్ పిల్లలు క్లాస్లో టీచర్తో పాటు సింక్ అయి అప్పుడప్పుడే విషయాలు నేర్చుకుంటారు. సీరియస్ పిల్లలు ఏం చేస్తారు, విషయాలన్నింటినీ కూడా టీచర్తో పాటు సింక్ అయి అప్పటికప్పుడే నేర్చుకుంటారు. వినడం మాత్రమే కాదు, వినడంతో పాటు అప్పటికప్పుడు నేర్చుకోవడం కూడా జరిగిపోతుంది. These are the people who will crack the examinations very seriously. For that, from day 1 you have to be present. You have to follow the teacher. ఏ విషయమైనా అర్థం కాకపోతే అప్పటికప్పుడే మీరు నిలబడి క్లాస్లో అడగండి, లేదంటే జస్ట్ రేజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద క్లాస్ అండ్ ఆస్క్ ద టీచర్. All your teachers will be very friendly with you. Though they are strict in terms of discipline, in terms of subject matter, they will be very close to you, and you can treat them as your friends or brothers or sisters in terms of their subject matters. In all other matters of discipline, they will be very strict and very stringent. Okay, so we welcome you all with complete rigor, determination. మంచి గోల్ పెట్టుకోండి. ఎందుకంటే ఈ 2 years మీరు కనుక కష్టపడితే, మీ పిల్లలతో పాటు మీరు కష్టపడితే, మీ పిల్లల్ని కష్టపడేటట్టు చేస్తే, ఈ బెనిఫిట్స్ లైఫ్ లాంగ్ పిల్లలు ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు. హ్యాపీగా లైఫ్ ఎంజాయ్ చేయాలంటే దానికి కావలసిన ముఖ్యమైన పదార్థం కష్టపడగలగడం. కష్టపడితేనే సుఖం అంటే ఉన్న విలువ తెలుస్తుంది. ఓన్లీ వెన్ యూ వర్క్ హార్డ్ యూ విల్ నో వాట్ ఫన్ ఈజ్, వాట్ రిలాక్సేషన్ ఈజ్. అన్లెస్ అండ్ అంటిల్ యూ వర్క్ హార్డ్ you will not understand what relaxation is, you will not understand what fun is. టీవీ చూసినా కూడా ఏదో బోరింగ్ అనే ఉంటుంది, చూస్తున్నాం కనుక ఏదో ఆనందం పడిపోతున్నాం అనుకుంటున్నాం, కానీ we will not get that fun. యాక్చువల్ ఫన్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే బాగా కష్టపడి అలసిపోయిన తర్వాత ఎప్పుడైతే ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తామో అప్పుడే ఆ ఎంజాయ్మెంట్ యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ ఏంటో తెలుస్తుంది. సో పిల్లల్ని ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాలు కూడా వాళ్ళు పెట్టుకున్న గోల్ వైపు ఖచ్చితంగా పనిచేసేటట్టు చేద్దాం. టుగెదర్ ఇట్స్ ఎ టీమ్ ఎఫర్ట్. దిస్ 2 years విల్ బి ఎ టీమ్ ఎఫర్ట్. సో క్రికెట్లో గెలవాలంటే హూ ఆర్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ పీపుల్? అఫ్ కోర్స్ బ్యాట్స్మెన్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, బౌలర్లు కూడా ఇంపార్టెంటే. బౌలర్లని బ్యాట్స్మెన్లని హీరోలుగా చూస్తుంటాం మనం. విరాట్ కోహ్లీ అంటాం, ఎంఎస్ ధోని అంటాం, హర్భజన్ సింగ్ అంటాం. దాంతో పాటే ఈక్వల్లీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆర్ అంతకన్నా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఉండే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు? ఫీల్డర్స్. ఫీల్డర్ ఒక క్యాచ్ మిస్ చేసినా కూడా మ్యాచ్ ఓడిపోయే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఫీల్డర్స్ రన్లు వదిలేసినా కూడా ఓడిపోయే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ప్రతి రన్ని జాంటీ రాట్స్ లాగా ఆపగలిగితే బ్యాట్స్మెన్ సునాయాసంగా గెలిచేయగలుగుతారు. సో ఫీల్డర్ రోల్ అది పేరెంట్స్ ప్లే చేస్తుంటారు. పేరెంట్స్ విల్ ప్లే ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఫీల్డర్స్. మే నాట్ బి దేర్, నాట్ ట్రీటెడ్ as స్టార్స్ ఇన్ ద గేమ్, బట్ దే ఆర్ ద వన్స్ హూ విన్ ద గేమ్. సో పిల్లలకి మీరు ఫీల్డర్గా ఉండి వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ లోడ్ పడకుండా ఉండాలి అంటే మీరు చేయాల్సిన అన్నీ కూడా పద్ధతి ప్రకారం చేయాలి. యాజ్ ఎ బౌలర్ వీ విల్ సేవ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ రన్స్ ఫర్ దెమ్. వీ విల్ బాల్ వెల్, మెయింటైన్ అవర్ లెంత్, నో బాల్లు వైడ్లు లేకుండా మేము ఎన్షూర్ చేస్తాం. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యాజ్ ఎ బ్యాట్స్మెన్ దే కెన్ ప్లే ఎట్ దేర్ ఫుల్ స్ట్రెంత్. సో లెట్ us విన్ యాజ్ ఎ టీమ్. ఈ 2 years కూడా రెగ్యులర్ ఇంటరాక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ 2 years ఏమేమి పదాలు వాడతాము, ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి ఒకసారి సింపుల్గా మీకు చెప్పేస్తాను. వాట్ ఆల్ థింగ్స్ యూ విల్ బి టాక్డ్ అబౌట్ ఇన్ దీస్ 2 years is these terms. If you are familiar with these terms, our understanding will be clear. ఫస్ట్ డిపిపి అనే పదం వాడతాం. డిపిపి అనే పదం టీచర్ చెప్పినా మెంటర్ చెప్పినా మీకు డిపిపి అంటే డైలీ ప్రాక్టీస్ పేపర్. Whatever a student needs to do immediately after a class of 1.5 hours for 1 hour will be captured in this DPP, daily practice paper. అది ఆ రోజే కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. యూ విల్ బి గివెన్ 1 hour టైం. దాంట్లో టీచర్లు ఉంటారు మీతో పాటుగా, ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ వస్తే క్లారిఫై చేస్తారు. ఏ రోజు డిపిపి ఆ రోజు చేసుకుంటే సునాయాసంగా మీరు మీ డిజైర్డ్ గోల్కి చేరుకోగలరు. యూ విల్ 100% క్రాక్ యువర్ గోల్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ క్వశ్చన్ ఇన్ ద డిపిపి. వీక్లీ టెస్ట్లని పీరియాడిక్ టెస్ట్లు, ఫేస్ టెస్ట్లుగా డివైడ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఎవ్రీ వీక్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ యువర్ జేఈ మెయిన్ ఆర్ నీట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్. నీట్ అయితే ఆఫ్లైన్లో ఉంటుంది, యాజ్ లాంగ్ యాజ్ నీట్ ఈజ్ ఆఫ్లైన్. వన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆన్లైన్ వీ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఆన్లైన్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్. ఆల్ జేఈ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ విల్ బీ ఆన్ యువర్ ట్యాబ్. అవర్ ట్యాబ్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్ MDMS done. That means you will not be able to access any content other than the academic content provided by us. This is very important. ఇందాక శ్రీనివాస్ గారు చెప్పారు నో ఫోన్స్ అని. డే స్కాలర్స్ ఫోన్స్ సేఫ్టీ కోసం కొంతమంది కావాలంటే పంపించుకోవచ్చు, అవసరమైతే లేదు. నవేడేస్ ఇన్కమింగ్ అండ్ అవుట్ గోయింగ్ ఆర్ ఫ్రీ. సో ఇఫ్ యూ ఆస్క్ ఎనీబడి ఫర్ ఎ ఫోన్ దే విల్ హ్యాపీలీ గివ్ యూ. సో దాంట్లో వల్ల ఏమి ఇబ్బంది లేదు. ఒకవేళ పంపాలనుకున్నా మాత్రం డోంట్ ప్లీజ్ బై ఎ స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ ఫర్ యువర్ చైల్డ్. చిన్న 1500కి ఒక నోకియా డివైస్ వస్తుంది, అది కొనియండి చాలు. ద పర్పస్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ టు కాల్. లెట్ ఇట్ బి ఓన్లీ ఫర్ కాలింగ్. ఫోటోలో అన్ని కావాలంటే వేరే వాడితో తర్వాత ఎప్పుడైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు అవసరం ఉన్నప్పుడు. సో డోంట్ ప్లీజ్, ఆల్ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ పేరెంట్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ మై రిక్వెస్ట్ టు యూ, డోంట్ గివ్ స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్స్ టు యువర్ చిల్డ్రన్ అట్లీస్ట్ ఫర్ నెక్స్ట్ 2 years. Okay, and then our tab is also MDMS done. There will not have access to any other content other than our prescribed content. Third padam, ippadu DPP, daily practice paper, weekly test, JEE main test or NEET test, which will be conducted every week. First week okati odilestam, second week nundi they will have every week test. Then tarvata tutorial sheet ante ప్రతి చాప్టర్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వీళ్ళు మళ్ళీ అన్ని ఒకసారి నెమరు వేసుకునేటందుకు టాప్ క్లాస్ టీచర్స్ అందరు కూర్చొని ఒక్కొక్క టీచర్ ఒక్కొక్క చాప్టర్ వైపు మొత్తం దాంట్లో ఉన్న ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని కూడా మళ్ళీ పిల్లలతో చేయిస్తాడు. దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ట్యుటోరియల్ షీట్. సో ట్యుటోరియల్ షీట్లో టిపికలీ 20 to 25 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద డిఫికల్టీ లెవెల్ ఆర్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ద షీట్. 1.5 hour 90 minutes లో అయిపోయేటట్టు ఉంటుంది. ఈ ట్యుటోరియల్ షీట్ లో ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని కూడా మోస్ట్ ప్రాబబుల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫర్ ద కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్. సో ఇది డిపిపిస్ రెండు థరోగా ఉన్నట్టయితే యు ఆర్ 100% ష్యూర్ టు క్రాక్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రీమియం కాలేజెస్. దెన్ ఫర్ యువర్ స్పీడ్ రివిజన్ ఆఫ్ ద చాప్టర్, ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ చాప్టర్ దెర్ విల్ బి సంథింగ్ కాల్డ్ ఎ సమ్మరీ క్లాస్. ఒక 90-minute వీడియో మీ ట్యాబ్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఈ రోజు if you have, let's say you have completed the chapter of kinematics, at the end of the kinematics chapter you will get a 90-minute summary video which will summarize the whole thing. Okay, so ఇవన్నీ కూడా అడిషనల్ బెనిఫిట్స్ గా మీకు ఉంటాయి. సో పిల్లోడు ఏదన్నా ఒకవేళ మేము ప్రీ రిక్విజిట్ ఎలక్ట్రోస్టాటిక్స్ లో ఇబ్బంది అవుతుందంటే గ్రావిటేషన్ సమ్మరీ క్లాస్ ఒకసారి చూసుకొని రావాలి క్లాస్ ముందు. సో ఆల్ దోస్ డేస్ పేరెంట్స్ హూ ఆర్ మానిటరింగ్ దేర్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ensure that whatever for a chapter we tell them as prerequisites, just ensure that children are going through summary classes of those prerequisites. అది చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. దాని తర్వాత ఫేస్ టెస్ట్. ఫేస్ టెస్ట్ అంటే ఎవ్రీ వీక్ ఉండేవి వీక్లీ టెస్ట్లు, మంత్లీ వన్స్ బై మంత్లీ వన్స్ డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ ది డ్యూరేషన్. ఇనీషియల్గా 2 months ఒకసారి స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి, దాని తర్వాత 1 month. This is a national level examination where students from all centers across India, we have 40+ centers in 14 states. So all the students will be writing this phase test. So this will give them national level exposure and national level expertise. So phase test results are something which are very important. Okay, so danik mundu kuda memo we will make them prepare for this phase test. Then another word which you will hear is mentoring sessions. From July onwards, every 15 days there will be a mentor appointed for each and every child. They will be observing what the child is doing, whether he has solved the DPPs or not, what are their performance in weekly test, tutorial sheet lo chesada leda, summary class vinnada leda, ee information anta kuda vallaki assign chesina mentor దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. Every mentor will have access to all this important data, including regularity and punctuality, attendance తో పాటు late comings తో పాటు everything will be available with the mentor. So ఆ డేటాని పట్టుకొని the mentor will meet the child once in every 15 days and discuss his progress. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉన్నాడు, ఏమేమి రెక్టిఫై చేసుకుంటే ఇంకా ముందుకెళ్ళగలుగుతాడు. దిస్ డిస్కషన్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ ఆన్ 1-to-1 basis for almost 15 to 20 minutes every 15 days. దీని తర్వాత దీంట్లోనే ఈ మెంటరింగ్ సెషన్లోనే once in a month we will also invite the parents to join that personal mentoring session. So మీ స్టూడెంట్తో పాటు, దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ లైక్ ఏ రెగ్యులర్ PTM, దిస్ విల్ బి ఏ 1-1 mentoring session between you, your child and the mentor. So this will be a personal mentoring session. ఇక్కడ general జ్ఞానం whatever we are talking now is for everybody in common, but in that session we will be talking to you only about your child and what he needs to be done. This will be there once in every month. In case you cannot attend personally, physically here, you can still attend it online. So that facility will also be given to you. మీరు రిమోట్గా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు, వేరే చోట ఉన్నారన్నా కూడా అట్లీస్ట్ ఆన్లైన్లో అన్నా యూ షుడ్ బి ప్రజెంట్ అలాంగ్ విత్ ద చైల్డ్ ఇన్ దట్ మెంటరింగ్ సెషన్. దిస్ విల్ బి దేర్ వన్స్ ఇన్ అ మంత్. సో ఈ డీటెయిల్స్ నేర్చుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ పేరెంట్. డిపిపిలు చేస్తున్నాడా లేదా, డైలీ ప్రాక్టీస్ పేపర్స్ చేస్తున్నాడా లేదా, దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ విల్ బి యూ విల్ సీ ఇన్ డాష్ బోర్డ్స్. ఇదంతా ఇప్పుడే ఇనీషియల్గా తొందరపడకండి, లెట్ దెమ్ గెట్ అకస్టమ్డ్. అందుకే మేము ఫస్ట్ వీక్ కూడా వీఆర్ రన్నింగ్ ఓన్లీ half a session. First month వరకు కూడా, this June onwards we will let them accustomed. From July onwards you have to follow up on a daily basis or a weekly basis with the children, whether they are doing the DPPs, weekly test, tutorial sheet, summary class, phase test. ఇవి ఒకవేళ మీకు చూడడం పర్సనల్గా ఇబ్బంది అయితే obviously all our mentors are watching it. సో యూ కెన్ ఇంటరాక్ట్. ఫోన్లో ఒకసారి మీరు మెంటర్కి కాల్ చేసి కూడా అడగొచ్చు. మ్యాండేటరీలీ మేమైతే మిమ్మల్ని 1 monthకి ఒకసారి ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తాం. మేము కూడా పిల్లలతో ఒకసారి 15 daysకి ఒకసారి ఆ మెంటరింగ్ సెషన్లో 1-to-1 బేసిస్లో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవుతాం. ఇది కాకుండా లాట్ ఆఫ్ మోటివేషనల్ సెషన్స్ విల్ బి దేర్. క్లాస్లో ఎలాగో మోటివేషన్ జరుగుతూనే ఉంటుంది. We will invite some external motivators also to motivate your children. There will be director interaction sessions and lot of other things. So one single mantra to నేను క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. I'll close it with one simple mantra to you. Do things then and there. Come on day one. Every day is important, every hour is important, every minute is important. The goal we have taken is very big. చాలా పెద్ద గోల్ పెట్టుకున్నాం మనం. ఇది సాధిస్తే లైఫ్ లాంగ్ కూడా దీని ఫ్రూట్స్ ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తాం. ఈ ప్రాసెస్ వల్ల కూడా లైఫ్ లాంగ్ ఈ ఫ్రూట్స్ ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఈ 2 years ని ఒక తపస్సులాగా రిలీజియస్గా తీసుకొని గివ్ యువర్ బెస్ట్. అండ్ ఆల్ ద పేరెంట్స్, ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ యూ వన్స్ అగైన్, as I am speaking to you, I am also listening this as a parent. My child will also be joining your kids this session. So let us together be with our children and ensure that they win. Thank you one and all. Okay, so for one more question is there, how will be our academic program? Academic program is something which is carefully drafted with the national level experts sitting there. There are wonderful experts both in the NEET department as well as JEE department. And these are the people who have produced All India once, not twice, but multiple times. NEET division is handled by the leadership of Dr. Gagan Vora, who produced 5 All India once. JEE division is taken care by Mr. Pramod Rana. He has also produced rank once in JEE Advanced as well as Main multiple times. So this, under them, there is a strong academic team, the best in the country. People like Himanshu Pandey, Shashibhushan Tiwari, I am also one, lot of other people. So there are top class faculty who are sitting, brainstorming for you. They have carefully drafted these programs, ensuring every minutest of the thing so that you get the best in class preparation. Okay, so all this, everything is planned into these components, whether it is JEE preparation or NEET preparation. NEET preparation, the same program was implemented last year. We got 710 Aravind, 690s, 3 690s, and lot of students more than 600 marks all across the country. And same program, we are also implementing it now in Hyderabad, and you have best of the teachers for that who will be taking care of you. JEE again, wonderful. JEE, slightly it is different. That thinking process also needs to be focused apart from the curriculum. So we will be giving you a lot of immense practice in terms of various kinds of modules. Okay, so these are the 2 things which will ensure that you crack either JEE or NEET successfully. All classes will be physical classes inside the classroom with a teacher before you. Okay, so if I have to teach a student, the student has to be before me. And I am also digitally empowered. I have all the PPTs with me. I have all pictures with me. I need not have to use my shabby handwriting to write things here. I have everything. So class will be like this. Only difference is you will not be sitting at home and listening. You will be sitting right before me and listening. That is the difference of these classes. So these classes are all physical classes. Teachers are there right before the children to pat them on their back. But they are also additionally digitally empowered with all PPTs in place, all course flow here in the digital board. Every classroom we will have a digital board, and we will give you that look, feel of wonderful, appealing, visually appealing classes. That is how the classes will be. Classes anni kuda teacher mundu pillodu untadu, వీప్ మీద తడుతూ చదివిస్తాడు, టీచింగ్ చేస్తాడు. అండ్ ఆ టీచర్ ఒకప్పట్లాగా బ్లాక్ బోర్డు మీద కాదు, ఇక్కడ డిజిటల్ బోర్డు ఉంటుంది. డిజిటల్ బోర్డులో మొత్తం కంటెంట్ అంతా కూడా పీపీటీ ఫామ్ లో రాసి ఉంటుంది. మంచి మంచి బొమ్మలతో ఇల్లస్ట్రేటివ్ గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి టీచర్ ఉంటాడు. ఇట్లాంటి ఫెసిలిటీ ఇంకా ఏ కాలేజ్ లో కూడా మీకు ఉండదు. ఫిజికల్ టీచర్, అందులో బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టీచర్స్ అందరూ కూడా మీ పిల్లలతో పాటు ఉండి వాళ్ళ వీపు తడుతూ వాళ్ళకి చదువు చెప్తారు, వాళ్ళ చేత ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయిస్తారు. దాంతో పాటుగా ఇదేదో బ్లాక్ బోర్డు మీద కాకుండా కలర్ఫుల్ డిజిటల్ బోర్డు మీద మంచి విజువల్ ప్రజెంటేషన్స్తో నేషనల్ లెవెల్లో డిజైన్ చేసిన ఒక కోర్స్ వేర్ మీద ప్రతి క్వశ్చన్, ప్రతి ఏమేమి చేయాలి, ఏ క్వశ్చన్ తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి, ఎన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ చేయాలి, ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ తర్వాత ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పాలి, ఇదంతా కూడా ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్ అందరం కూర్చొని మంచిగా డిజైన్ చేసిన ప్రోగ్రామ్. అదంతా కూడా ఈ డిజిటల్ బోర్డులో ఉంటుంది. ఈ డిజిటల్ బోర్డ్ సహాయంతో ఫిజికల్గా మీ పిల్లల ముందు టీచర్లు కూర్చొని వాళ్ళ ఈపు మీద తడుతూ వాళ్ళని మోటివేట్ చేస్తూ వాళ్ళని చదివిస్తారు, వాళ్ళకి బోధన చేస్తారు. Phase tests will be twice a month initially. Slowly the frequency will increase as you mature. These phase tests are conducted all across the centers in one go. అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లో 14 రాష్ట్రాలలో మన సెంటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 14 states, all 40 centers together, all the students will write this phase test. సో దీనివల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అని అంటే మీకు ఇన్ హ్యాండ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వస్తుంది, నేషనల్ లెవెల్ కాంపిటీషన్ది. దాంతోపాటుగా పీరియాడిక్ రివిజన్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇప్పుడు ఏ రోజు చెప్పిన క్లాసు అప్పటికప్పుడే రివైజ్ చేస్తున్నారు. వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇస్ టాట్ టు యూ इमीडिएटली यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग. आज जो बताया गया उस पर तुरंत काम कर रहे हैं. तो इससे मेमोरी जो है थोड़ा రెయిన్ఫోర్స్ కొంత ఎక్కువసేపు గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీన్ని మళ్ళీ ఇంకొకసారి ఫేస్ టెస్ట్ కోసం మళ్ళీ అప్పుడు జరిగిన 4 చాప్టర్లు 5 చాప్టర్లు అన్నీ కూడా మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేస్తారు. రివైజ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే అగైన్ ద సెకండ్ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ reinforcement happens and you remember it for a even more longer time. So that's exactly how periodically things are planned, so that the child, without much effort from his end, only by simply participating in the program heartfully, soulfully, he will be able to crack the examinations. Can I come on 10th July and will you allow me? I will happily allow you, but 10th June, will I allow you? I have to allow you, but I don't advise you. I don't advise you. Be right there from day one. Be right there from day one. Instill this discipline. Instill this discipline in you. Nothing is more important than your goal. Nothing is more important than your dream. Is there anything more important than your dream? Just weigh. One side you have your IITs or AIMS or NITs or JIPMER or Usmania calling you. Another side, there is a Gruha Pravesham of your uncle. Which one is more important to you? Here you can call them and say, all the best and congratulations. Here you cannot ask them to reserve your seat over phone. Weighing is important. Prioritization is important. Prioritization is important. Whenever this decision bugs you for next 2 years, ఫంక్షన్కి వెళ్ళాలా వద్దా, ఈరోజు మైల్డ్గా ఫీవర్ ఉంది రావాలా వద్దా, పక్కన ఇంకేదో ఉంది వెళ్ళాలా వద్దా, బర్త్డే ఉంది లీవ్ తీసుకోవాలా, జస్ట్ వే. వన్ సైడ్ యూ హ్యావ్ యువర్ IITs, NITs, NEET, AIMS, JIPMER, Usmania waiting for you. Another side, it is the birthday cake. Just weigh these two. You will automatically come to know what is important. So have your high priority things as the first priority. That is the only mantra. Now I will ask you the question, whether you want to come on 6th June or you want to come on 10th June. What is that which is most important to you? Basic model phones, happily you can give. They can deposit it in the reception counter once they are entering into the classroom, because anyways it will be in a silent mode or airplane mode. They will not be able to use it inside the classroom. Okay, they can happily deposit it inside the reception. There will be a mobile collection box, and while going out they can happily take it. Okay, basic model mobile phone should suffice, but don't please give any smartphone to the children for next 2 years. Next 2 years manam parents ga, teachers ga, pillal ga, all 3 of us stay with this discipline. PV Sindhu Olympics ki velle mundu 2 సంవత్సరాలు బిర్యానీ తినలేదు. You know how tough it is for a Hyderabadi to not eat biryani for 2 long years. Okay, ఇట్లాంటి కాంప్రమైజెస్ చేయలేకపోతే పెద్ద స్టేజ్లో విన్ అవ్వలేం. Lot of compromises have to be made to win, to achieve something considerable. Okay, and once you do that, discipline will be part of your life and life will be wonderful. లైఫ్ నిజంగా ఎంజాయ్ చేయాలంటే ఒక్కసారి డిసిప్లిన్ ఏంటి అనేది ఒకసారి అలవాటు అయిపోతే దాని తర్వాత లైఫ్ అంతా కూడా బ్యూటిఫుల్గా ఉంటుంది. లెట్ us ఎంకరేజ్, మొక్క స్టేజ్లోనే మనం పిల్లలకు అలవాటు చేద్దాం, ఇప్పుడే అలవాటు చేద్దాం, సో దట్ దే ఎంజాయ్ దేర్ లైఫ్ త్రూ అవుట్. ఓకే. Residential students after 5:30 will sit here and study. There will be wardens sitting with them, some mentors sitting with them, and they will only make them study. No doubt clarification post 5:30. Don't encourage. Okay, we are there 9 to 5:30. We are there to take care of all the doubts. After that also I am there. We will be there, but only to supervise whether they are studying or not. I'll just be like a parent, or any teacher who is there, they will just be like a parent watching whether the child is studying or not. During 9 to 5:30, day scholar students also come up with doubts. They learn everything. They go home, study at home. Parent is supervising their work. At hostel, we are supervising their work. So at hostel, post 5:30 p.m., we are only doing the duty of parent, not as a subject matter expert. Okay. Yes, all hostels will start from day one. Yes, you can put all your luggages and everything. You can come from 5th June only and report there. 6th June onwards, you can start attending the classes. So absolutely not a problem. We are there to take care of everything. And so for those people who are coming, I will also tell you one more thing. Purchase plenty of notebooks for your child. Preferably the best brands with good paper quality, Classmate or likes. Okay, have good quality notebooks. Lot of writing will be there. So purchase a bunch of them. Purchase a A4 size white colored paper bundle to them. Give them the best quality. No rough works. No, let us do everything with class, because our target is class. So purchase a good quality A4 bundle to them. Purchase some cheap good pens, branded Cello, 5-10 rupees. They write, your writing will be much faster than the remaining fancy pens, Parkers and other stuff. They're only used for signatures, not the regular stuff. For regular purpose, purchase Cello pens, bunch of them, keep them handy. And at home also, let them not lock inside a room and study. Give them a private space inside the hall itself, some study table, comfortable place to sit, and silence across. I cannot expect my daughter to study while I am watching TV. So whatever I have to do, tomorrow is my last day of having fun. Next 2 years, all of those personally also I am sacrificing, and I request all the parents to ensure that discipline is there in whatever you are doing. So we cannot expect our child to study and we keep relaxing together. Let us show the discipline, because whatever we can contribute is for next 2 years. If next 2 years with all these compromises, if you are able to give best seat to your child, they will relish that gift for next 40 years. మీరు ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాలు మీ పిల్లలతో పాటుగా కష్టపడి వాళ్ళకు ఒక మంచి సీట్ కనుక రావడంలో తోడ్పడితే ఆ గిఫ్ట్ని వాళ్ళు 2 సంవత్సరాలే కాదు 40 ఏళ్ళు కూడా ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు. ఈరోజు సైకిల్ కొనిస్తే 5 ఏళ్ళకి పాడవుతుంది, స్కూటర్ కొనిస్తే 10 ఏళ్ళకి పాడవుతుంది, కారు కొనిస్తే 15 ఏళ్ళకి పాడవుతుంది, మొబైల్ కొనిస్తే రేపు కూడా పాడుకోవచ్చు. కానీ మీరు ఈ 2 సంవత్సరాలు ఆ పిల్లలతో పాటు ఉండి కష్టపడి వాళ్ళకు ఒక మంచి కాలేజీలో సీట్ కనుక వచ్చేటట్టు చేస్తే 40 సంవత్సరాలు వాళ్ళు మిమ్మల్ని గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటారు, వాళ్ళ ఆ గిఫ్ట్ని ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు, వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్గా మారిపోతుంది. సో 2 years మనం ఎంత కాంప్రమైజెస్ చేయగలిగితే వాళ్ళ కోసం అంత చేద్దాం. Let us show all our love and affection towards them in terms of the discipline which we instill in them. మనకు వాళ్ళ మీద ఎంతైతే ఆప్యాయత, అనుబంధం, ప్రేమ ఉన్నాయో అవన్నిటినీ కూడా వాళ్ళ డిసిప్లిన్ రూపకంగా మర్చి వాళ్ళతో పాటు ఉంటూ వాళ్ళ భుజం మీద తాడుతూ నీతో పాటు నేను ఉన్నానన్న, ఇద్దరం కలిసి కష్టపడతామని మనం కలిసి ఎప్పుడైతే కష్టపడతామో తప్పకుండా సక్సెస్ అనేది మనది అవుతుంది. అండ్ ఆ గిఫ్ట్ని మీ పిల్లలు 40 సంవత్సరాలు ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు. Semi-residential first week doesn't make sense because you are coming only from 9 to 1:15. Second week onwards, yes, it will be available to you. And those students who are coming in the first week want to stay back and learn here, our classrooms are there. You can sit and study. There will also be 1 or 2 people sitting with you to guide you if you have any doubts. Okay, so there is no compulsion that 1 o'clock you have to push off, or you You cannot come early. You can happily be there from 9 to 5:30. Only that instruction, regular planned instruction is only between 9 to 1 or 2 to 5:30. After that, you can stay back, sit here in the class and study. Nobody is stopping you. Brother, we will also be with you. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll keep interacting and together let's win. Thank you.